Well, really early morning, good morning, YouTube. It's currently August 22nd, 2025, about 5:40 in the morning. It's still dark out here. It is Friday, and I'm going for a ride. I was going to work on my brakes. My front brakes need some more adjustment, but they're fine for this ride. So I said, screw it, I'm just going to go for the ride because I feel good right now, and I don't want to delay any longer. So I'm taking my time until the sun comes up. I got my 3 lights up front going, and I got my rear light on the back going. So on the old backpack Ola, it's flashing away. So I haven't done this in a while, but remember, it would be super duper awesome if you could like, subscribe, comment, share. Subscribers, thank you for hanging in there. New subscribers, welcome to the channel. Random viewers, consider subscribing. I've got over 3,500 videos uploaded to YouTube for your viewing pleasure. I'm going to try to, I don't know, be more entertaining somehow. I don't know how. My viewership has dropped off. My subscribers aren't going up. I'm like losing and gaining in equal amounts. So my channel seems to be stuck between 2,260 and 2,270 subscribers or something, or 2,100. I can't remember. So that needs to change. Oh, shit. Well, lurchy start there. That was weird. My tire feels a little low. I don't know why. I'm going to wait till I get up to the bike lane over on Mountain View. Probably hop off the bike and squeeze my rear tire. I may be going home. It just feels kind of soft today. I mean, I'm accelerating and up to speed, no problem, but it just does not feel quite right. I gained weight like I thought I did. I'm up to 433 pounds. I was able to weigh myself somewhere because, you know, home scales really don't cut it for someone my size. I'm upset with myself. My goal this year is to lose 243 pounds. I mean, optimally, my weight should be about 200 to 205, but I want to get down to 190 to give myself a little playroom. And my bike will love that. Because then I won't have to buy any batteries anytime soon, because my range is going to significantly increase if I lose that much weight. I mean, that would literally double the range of my bike. And I would feel a hell of a lot better, and it would help with my anxiety and other stuff I deal with. You know what? My tire feels okay. I'm riding over some rough road here, and it doesn't feel... I was feeling things. It's fine. They may have been waving me through, but I couldn't see them very clearly, so I waved them. It is 76 degrees out here. It's already starting to get warm. I was going to wait for the sun to come up, and I realized, well, maybe it'd be kind of interesting if I start out in the dark and then it gets light, which is usually the opposite of what I do. Usually I wait till it's just about dark and I start out in the light, and then it's dark when I'm done. And this way I'll get out here and beat the heat, because once that sun comes up, it's going to start getting hot. So I just had 2 sandwiches. I had 2 ham and cheese sandwiches, and what else? All my medication, which is how I should be doing it. I mean, not eat 2 ham and cheese sandwiches. I should be taking all my stuff with food, and I haven't been, and it doesn't work as well if I don't take it without food. If I don't take it with food, it's less effective. It doesn't digest properly. It doesn't stay in my system long enough. My system flushes the excess medication and stuff out of my system too fast. So it definitely works better if I eat something with it. Especially like my probiotics. I need to quit taking probiotics on an empty stomach. They don't work as well. Well, my last ride on my birthday, that went horribly wrong. I was putting my bike away, and when I bent over, somehow I hit the record button on my bike seat. That was new. I was like, where'd my outro go? And as I watched it, and I realized I freaking shut the camera off or turn the recording off. So that was an unintentional bonehead move upon my part. The only problem with riding in the dark, I can't see. Even with these lights, I can't see. And I know the camera doesn't always do justice to how dark it is because the exposure makes it look lighter than it actually is. So it's a lot darker than it looks right now. The sun is still firmly behind the mountains off to my right. So, you know. So I didn't do anything for my birthday. Mom bought a piece of a carrot cake, like from Stater Brothers. It was $7 for like enough cake to feed 3 people, 3 small pieces of cake. That's ridiculous. Especially for carrot cake, man. It's not like carrots are a rare vegetable or root. They're overabundant. Why would it be so expensive for freaking carrot cake? It was good. I enjoyed it, but the frosting didn't agree with me, and I ended up having issues later on, but I don't regret it too much. So I enjoyed it. It wasn't even crunchy. Like, it had the flavor of carrot, but usually when you have carrot cake, there's usually, like, you know, chunks of carrot in it. There weren't any chunks of carrot. If you watch this, Mom, I'm not complaining about the carrot cake. I'm just pointing to the fact that I think Stater Brothers ripped you off, and anybody else that got a piece of that cake off. And that was my birthday. I went for a ride, felt like crap, got overheated, got nauseous, came home, relaxed all day, recovered, then had a piece of carrot cake and had really bad indigestion. So, and then, oh yeah, I had diarrhea all day that day too. I had a fun birthday. I was truly the king of my birthday upon the porcelain throne. I'm worried about little early morning small animals being out here also trying to forage before it gets too hot. So I need to watch out for squirrels and the cats that might be chasing the squirrels, and the dogs that think they're going to chase the cats until the cats turn on them and swipe at them, meow at them, and they run away barking like they're about being slaughtered by the cats. You know how those YouTube videos are? Brave dog until the cat fights back, and then the dog's like, nope, I'm out of here. I'm yelping and running away. I didn't realize that cat had such sharp claws. I hope I have my phone. Yeah, I put my phone in my pocket. I got dressed like about probably 40 minutes ago. That's what I do. I figure the less stuff I have to do when I get up to actually go for my ride, the less likely I'm going to give myself time to feel like crap and not actually go ride the bike. So I prepare ahead of time. Not that I'm insinuating that I wasn't wearing clothes before I put my riding clothes on. I had shorts on. Other shorts, just not these shorts. I was not Larry El Nudo in my room. Oh, don't picture that. I'm 400 pounds and 6'3". Don't picture me naked. It's a lot of folds. I don't want them folding into your brain and never leaving. Remember, there being some chunks of asphalt along this way from holes that ripped open again, so I'm being extra cautious right now. That's one thing I don't want to see. That right there, damn. They were patched, but they were horrible patch jobs, and they were all sunk into the frickin' the thingy-ma-booer. So you know what? I'm just gonna go straight. I was gonna go turn right there, but I'm just gonna go straight. I'm going to stick to the bike lanes for now. I'm going to stick to the bike lanes. It's going to go up 48th, but there's no bike lane right there. There's a shoulder for part of it, but there's also a lot of undeveloped shoulder and a lot of debris gets on the road. I mean, I'm in a bike lane right now and there's a curb next to me. There's a curb next to me and there's still all kinds of debris on the road from just runoff, so I'm gonna watch out for little rocks. You know, you don't think a little rock's a big deal until you hit it with a hard dual sport tire on your front wheel and you have no working suspension. Then that little rock might as well be a boulder. Smells like pizza over here. Maybe the school right there is already making breakfast or something. Oh, there's some dead oranges. Maybe that's what I was smelling. But Larry, dead oranges wouldn't smell like pizza. You know, after having COVID twice, stuff doesn't smell right and food doesn't taste right anymore. I mean, initially I got my senses back and I was fine, but like over time, my taste buds and my sense of smell are getting all weird on me. Like I can taste salty, sweet, tangy, and I can detect spiciness, but then when I try to discern the flavor of certain foods like burger or like a chicken or something, it doesn't taste the same. It's all bland, no matter how much I season it. Like something that should have a strong garlic tastes like very weak garlic to me. So it's just that my taste buds are all jacked up. It kind of sucks. And I'm still not vaccinated for that. I should have got vaccinated. I just had so many problems at the time when the vaccinations came out and people reporting chest and heart issues with the vaccination. I was like, I already have chest pain. I don't think I should get vaccinated. But it's pretty scary when you catch a virus going around in a deadly pandemic and you're like, oh crap, I'm going to die now. So for like 2 months, I thought I was going to die. And it was horrible. And then the last time I caught it, it hit me pretty hard. But I only had it for about 2 weeks and then I was over it, so. I'm amazed there's not more traffic out here. I thought there'd be people getting up going to work right now. It's almost 6. It's a Friday. I don't know. That's one thing I noticed since this new anti-immigration surge, that there's a lot less people out and about now, even just in residential areas. There's not as much cars out, not as much traffic. Everybody's scared of their own shadow, rightly so. I mean, even American citizens are scared of their own shadows right now because they've been snatching up perfectly legal, born in the country United States citizens in their immigration raids and keeping them locked up for weeks on end or even deporting them. So you hear about the new thing where they're not going to charge people for felonies if they walk around with rifles and shotguns in D.C. Like everyday citizens can walk around armed now, and they're not going to charge them. And they said they're going to take it on a case-by-case basis, and I'm like, really? You're going to take that on a case-by-case basis, but when you arbitrarily release 1,600 plus felony convicted rioters from the the January 6th Capitol riot, you didn't bother to vet any of them, you just let them all out. But you're going to investigate anybody. You're going to investigate anybody on a case-by-case basis for people open carrying shotguns and rifles. Even though you just said you're not going to charge them, but you're going to invest. That doesn't make any sense. It's very confusing. I mean, I understand laws can be interpreted sometimes, but like they're not even interpreting laws, they're just making their own shit up as they go. Like, no, we don't like that. We're just gonna do this instead. Like, really? Okay. So technically, we as citizens of the United States can start making our own rules and be like, well, precedents. We can set precedents for it. Well, the federal government did this, and they're supposed to be working for us, so why can't we make up our own goddamn rules? Seriously, think about it. There's a system of checks and balances they're refusing to follow. They're just blatantly ignoring. Why do we have to keep following them? They're supposed to be setting the example of what we're supposed to be doing as American citizens, so I say, fuck it. Let's just start doing our own thing. What are they going to do? Like, turn themselves into gigantic hypocrites? I mean, they already are gigantic hypocrites, but like, now it'll be pointed out. It's like, well, you did it. Why are they being vilified and arrested and criminalized if you're doing it? And you're supposed to be the example. See what I'm saying? Good morning. I think there's still some sand up here. Yes, there is still some sand up here. I don't know, the street sweeper has gone over and over and over that thing, you can tell, but it's still full of sand. Do street sweepers not pick up sand? Is that not a thing? It's very confusing. So much stuff in life is very confusing when something doesn't work the way it's designed to work and you find yourself questioning why. But then we have this lovely thing called Google, which kind of gives us the answers we want, but then sometimes doesn't, because AI is like overly specific sometimes, and you can't minutely search for what you're searching for. It's hard for you to break down your search to be able to use a search engine properly without AI butting its nose and saying, oh, this must be what you're looking for. It's like, no, that's not what I'm looking for. And then when you want AI to actually work, when you type in your search, it doesn't give you any AI related search results. I'm so confused. I mean, these people are getting paid big bucks to develop these programs and they don't work right. Why don't they work? Where am I going? Do I want to go this way? Yeah, I guess I might as well. I mean, I could have gone up a different way, but apparently there's no school in session on this Friday in August. Did I say August or October earlier? It's August. It's definitely August still. So October's a couple months away. Well, so sometime today or tomorrow or Sunday, I need to go to the urgent care. I called them and they said, yes, we can refill your prescriptions again. They didn't say anything about not making a habit of it, so I'm assuming that it's cool. They said, yeah, just bring them in, just walk in. I was like, sweet. So I got about 2 of my blood pressure and 2 of my anxiety pills left, and so I need to get them within the next couple days. So Mom we have to suffer the heat later this afternoon to go do that. Good morning. So that may be on the agenda for later this afternoon. I was supposed to do an Amazon grocery order last night, and I just changed my mind because that means it would be getting here in the hot part of the day, and I don't want to deal with it because not only is it hot outside, it's very hot in my house. The living room's okay now because Mom's new AC unit in there. My room's okay, but the kitchen is hot without the normal heat a kitchen produces. You don't have to turn on the stove or the oven or the toaster oven. It's hot as hell in there. And it's not fun putting groceries away when you're sweating. So makes you kind of nauseous because as you're putting the groceries away, you start thinking of, that sounds good. Maybe I'll eat that right now after I get done with this. While you're sweating balls, putting it away. So then you start feeling a little queasy. At least that happens to me. I don't know about other people. Let me know in the comments, do you get queasy when you have to put your groceries away in a really hot kitchen? And I'm going to try to avoid buying ice cream because I have been eating way too much ice cream lately, hence the 433 pounds. Because honestly, I don't eat a lot of processed stuff. I mean, I'll eat like processed nacho cheese sauce and stuff, but I don't eat frozen dinners and stuff. I'll buy like frozen ground beef, which is technically fresh and not processed. It goes through a process definitely, but not the kind of process that fills your body up with unnecessary fillers. So I eat a lot of sliced sandwich luncheon meats and stuff like that. I don't eat a lot of vegetables because I have problems digesting them, but that's why I take a lot of supplements. So that's what's been happening. I hope my mic's working. I've been talking quite articulately for once, which I'm hoping is coming over in the audio part of this recording. I'm taking my time. I'm taking my time because I don't feel rushed or hurried right now because there's no traffic and I'm not in a rush and I'm not in a hurry. And it's semi-dark, so I'm going slower, which makes me feel safer. Even though riding in the dark doesn't make me feel safer, it makes me feel not safer. But it's all about balance. It's just all about balance. I'm probably just going to leave my lights on until I get home. I don't feel like trying to turn them off when I'm riding a bike. It's like, that's just one other thing to distract myself from the head-on collision I could have avoided if I was paying attention to that and not my lights. Negativity. Whereas negativity for some people would be extremely depressing, negativity keeps me on my toes and alive. I'm always thinking about the next accident and how to not get in one. Morning. I'm going down behind the school. I haven't done this in a minute. I've just been cutting through the school lately. But I feel like riding around behind it today. That's what I'm going to do. So it turns out Amazon ham is pretty good. I use the Amazon Sabre water added thinly sliced sandwich ham, a pound. I didn't use the whole pound because that's just crazy. But I did use 6 slices of it. I made the two sandwiches, and I also used Amazon Colby cheddar jack whatever cheese, and it was quite tasty. And I had some Great Value honey mustard and some I can't remember the name of the bread, but it was butter bread, and it was really good. So yeah, it was a tastily interesting breakfast. And I just realized my left Velcro strap on my glove is undone. I must not have put it on there, but that's all right. These gloves fit fairly snug, and I'm not concerned with them flying off of my hand anytime soon. So I'm good. I'm just going to coast from here because this is fairly steep. And that was the end of the fairly steep. Now it's just gradually angled. I don't know, not so steep, not so grady, more flatty. And there's the bump. That's another thing you got to watch out for. It doesn't matter how many times you ride up and down a street in the daylight. When you ride up and down them in the dark, even though you think you know where you are on the road and you know where those bumps and those cracks and those holes are, sometimes you just don't. Hopefully I can get this light to trigger. I mean, I could just go straight and then go out 48th. Now that the sun's up, I can clearly see the imperfections in the road on 48th, and I'm less likely to run over said imperfections and slaughter myself with a meeting of the road. It's like, look, Larry, the smear. He done smeared himself all over the road. Yes, it seems that the light is going to change for me. And that makes me happy. Ooh, look, rocks. Yay, those don't make me happy. Good morning. That guy looked very homeless, and he probably was not having a very good morning. However, he did have a cigarette, so maybe that was kind of brightening up his morning. Some people drink coffee, some people smoke cigarettes, some people do both. Some people down a whole bottle of Pepto before they head to work because their job really sucks. Takes me back to what Trading Places with Dan Aykroyd and Eddie Murphy, when they're on the trading floor, they're in the bathroom, and then you see the two dudes in there talking about ulcers, and the one guy's just like downing a whole bottle of Pepto. Like, that doesn't sound fun. It's like, what's the point of being a trader and making all that money if you don't live long enough to actually spend any of that money? It's like, well, yeah, it's great that you finally hit the jackpot as far as your tradings go, but as your doctor, I'm going to tell you, you've got stomach cancer and you got about a month to live. Sorry. It's not worth it. You know, stomach ulcers can lead to cancer. Actually, any ulcers can lead to cancer. Anything can lead to cancer. It's like, sun's good for you. Unless you get too much of it, then you get guess what? Cancer. It's like, damn it. Also in the news, I'm going to make shit up because I don't want to talk about the news, because the news is severely depressing lately. I have a thought. Since America is slowly becoming not America, I'm wondering what the Republicans are going to start calling us, because the plan of Trump's was to make America great again. He's making America not America. They're going to have to change the name, or they'll be totally living a lie. Because, see, the whole point of America is it's supposed to be a beacon of hope for the rest of the world. We're supposed to be out there saving lives and helping other cultures thrive and survive. But now we're turning into an isolationist state. We're turning into a really, really, really big version of North Korea. And as the same as North Korea, we also have a gigantic baby for a president. So that's great. And right now he has about the mental capacity of a baby just learning how to talk, or has learned how to talk, as I'm mumbling over my own words and stumbling away, but does not really understand what the words are that are coming out of its mouth, other than grunts and other things. Get it? Cookies. Like, ooh, cookie. So, yay for us. So I give us about maybe a year or less before this country explodes into civil war, and life's going to be so much fun then. I think the cool thing, though, is since I think the Democrats would win that war. You know, I understand there's a lot of gun-toting Republicans out there that have arsenals in their basements and shit, and their fallout shelters. But most of the states in this country that are democratically run support all the Republican-run states. So we have all the money. Unfortunately, because we have all the money, we have a lot of the gangs, too. But a lot of those gangs are heavily armed. And I'm pretty sure if the shit hits the fan, most of our current allies are going to throw in with the Democratic Party. So, I mean, Japan, Germany, France, Italy, Canada, Mexico, England, all the major players are going to be like, hey, USA, or half of USA, we're in on your side. So, because you know that's going to happen. I'm sorry it's going to happen, guys. I'm sorry to all you kids out there that are going to have to live through a war in your own country. It shouldn't happen, but it's probably going to happen. That really sucks. And what sucks is, depending where you are when the war kicks off, you're going to get drafted into a military you may not want to be part of. If you're a right wing nut, then you're going to be happy if you're in a red state. If you're a blue, sane human being, you're going to be happy to be in a blue state. But if you're a blue, sane person or a red wing nut in the opposite state, you're going to end up in a military you don't want to be in. And you're going to think, well, you know what? Well, I'm in that military. Guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to sabotage the hell out of it. It's like, no, you're going to get hung. They're going to find you out like that. And your sabotage plans are going to go right out the window, and your head's going to go snap on the noose. So don't think about doing that. Just the best thing you can do is when the war kicks off and you get drafted into the military you don't want to be in, just wait till you get near the military you want to be in, and try to find a way to survive, and then surrender. Defect. Become defective. That you just totally almost caused an accident. Yeah, so I'm sorry. I'm sorry it's going to happen. This country's going to tear itself apart, and it's going to really suck. So, you know, it's not right. We shouldn't be like this. But you know, every large country or government always falls apart. Through history, if you look at history, it always happens. There's always a regime change. There's always somebody getting assassinated, somebody taking over. the way it works for 100 years doesn't work for the next 100 years, and they decide they need to drastically change it, but in the process they end up making it worse until it all falls apart. And then all that's left of us are some structures that become artifacts and landmark sites, like the Roman Empire, for instance. It's like, hey, the Colosseum used to be really great, but now it's a shambles. I wonder what happened. Well, what happened was they fell apart, and there's nobody left to maintain it, so it fell apart too. Of course, not many of our buildings these days are going to be worth of artifactory because they are pieces of shit, and most of them are made out of cardboard, apparently. Like a lot of these houses. Not these houses. These houses are old. They were actually built right. That's why they're still standing. I mean, new homes that are made from cardboard. Yeah, this video is going to be very depressing. So if you're not into depressing shit or reality, you might want to watch somebody else's non-depressing, fantastical video where they live in a fantasy land where none of this shit's happening. If you want to bury your head in the sand, don't watch this video. I should have probably started with that instead of being in the middle of it. But I mean, I could always edit this part into the front as like a preview of what's to come or what's currently happening. Oh my goodness! Oh, that's a fruit punch burp right there. Oh my god, that was a little chunky. I'm not gonna lie. Oh Jesus. Ugh. The problem with talking a lot when you do a moto vlog, you tend to swallow a lot of saliva and a lot of air. That's why I say I'm not a windbag, I'm a balloon. My wind doesn't leave me easily. It tends to build up and make me feel very floaty until it decides to come out. But yeah. So, I hope talk of our country going to war doesn't get me in trouble with the FCC or something, or YouTube. But, you know. I mean, it doesn't seem to bother any of the big news media outlets on YouTube. So, this sucks. This really sucks. See, it's like everybody's going to think, well, if we go to war, we're just going to flee to our neighbors or some shit so we don't get drafted with. You don't understand is if this country goes to war, all of our neighbors are going to be involved in it. So you're going to flee to another country where you're going to have to go to war. There is nowhere to go, is what I'm trying to tell you. You are not safe anywhere, no matter where you go right now. When this shit hits the fan, it's going to hit you wherever you are. Unless you, like, go to China or Russia. But if this country does go to war with itself, I'm assuming that Russia and China are going to throw their lot in with the other side, the Red Army. That's going to be the Red Army, basically what it's going to be. It's literally the Republicans are going to have the Red Army. And they're going to be joined by other members of the Red Army in other countries. Isn't that wonderful? I'm just stuck here. I would have gone and run this life, but unfortunately there's hedges and bushes to my right, and I can't see shit. So I'm not going anywhere. But that's cool. I got to relax and chat at the camera some more with less distractions. So that's what sucks. If this country literally goes to civil war and it starts tearing itself apart, the whole world economy is going to collapse. We are going to end up a third world just because this one country screwed up or gets screwed up by screw-ups that should not be in power. That's horrible. You know, it's sad when you're not involved in politics like myself, but you literally can look at the Trump administration and realize I could actually run the country better than these people. And I'm not qualified to do it at all. But I'd still do a better job. See, unlike Trump, when I ran businesses and was a manager at places, I had good numbers. I didn't have problems. But Trump runs businesses into the ground. Hence why our country is slowly, or actually not slowly, rapidly and surely being run into the ground. Because they don't understand how money works. Hence why he's filed so many bankruptcies. His whole life is one get-rich-quick scheme after another, and I don't know how he thought using the government as a get-rich-quick scheme was supposed to work, but it's not working very well. So, you know, I'm not even stressing out over this right now. I'm like really relaxed. I've had 2 anxiety pills within 12 hours of each other, so I'm like extremely relaxed right now. I am not stressed out at all. I am in a good state of mind for once. And I'm talking about really negative stuff while in a good state of mind. That's kind of odd. Shows you how bad my state of mind really is normally 90% of the time. I'm making weird cringy faces as I'm talking. I should probably go talk to a psychiatrist. I don't like psychiatrists, but I think it's about time. I'm on Medi-Cal. I don't have to pay for one. I could do it over the phone. Well, back to the normal e-bike news. I thought my front battery was having an issue on my ride the other day, but on my birthday. It's working fine though. Or it's not. Or it is, I don't know. It is about over 3 years old at this point, so it's about the time it would start having issues, and seeing as how I ride fairly frequent, that's the more appropriate way to say that. It does make sense that it would start having discharge issues at this point. You know, I've already gone about 10 miles, so I've only dropped 1 bar on the rear battery because I've been taking my time because of the darkness. So I'm doing good on it. I've got over 50 volts, 50.7 resting voltage on the rear battery right now, and I ran all the way over to Cal State and back, so that's pretty damn good. Even though I gained weight. Again, that might be why my front battery is dying so much faster, because I'm not using the rear motor as much, hence the higher capacity of my rear battery at the moment. For the life of me, you see this rectangular light in front, the longer one? It has a little tightening knob, like an adjustment knob, so you can slide it back and forth. But I've used like pliers and shit on it and vice grips to try to tighten it down, and it keeps coming loose. I can't get it to stay tightened down. I mean, I might have to get some thread lock and put it on there. Because once I get it in the position I want it in, I'm not going to really need to move it. Except for when I need to charge it. Yeah, I maybe no. Well, I don't know, because I have to charge it and I have to take it off there to charge it in the house. I don't have anywhere to charge it outside. It's a USB-C. I don't have an extra charger to take outside. I have to plug it into my computer or my charger I have in the house. Because I charge a phone and 2 tablets with my charger. No, 2 phones and 2 tablets. So I have to leave it in the house. I could always buy another one, I guess. But I don't mind taking it in the house. It's just easier. I'll check my mileage here in a second. Let's see how far we went. We've gone, 10 miles. So it was a little bit under 10 miles. And we're still at 4 bars. Cool. So I don't know if I'm going to continue, do my little loop up at the park right now, or if I'm just going to head home. I'm not sure yet. I'll see when I get over to that area. Let's see, is anybody going to run the light or the stop sign? No, I'm okay. So I've probably already been out here about 40 minutes. See, my front battery keeps dropping down to 1 bar under acceleration, so I'm definitely not using the rear motor enough. Maybe I'm going to give the front battery a break for a second. It's like weird, this rear motor, it'll take a second to get up to speed, but then it starts going like it's supposed to be torquey because it's a geared motor. But unless I put some front motor into it to get it up to speed, it won't actually accelerate very well. I have to use them both. I think I'm gonna go home. I'm feeling kind of sore. That way I can start working on this video and upload it today. I'm pretty much letting all my other videos go because I lost track of where I was. I have no idea. I'll save those for the proverbial rainy day. Most likely when I have a health issue and I can't ride for a while. That's what I'll save those videos for. I may end up re-uploading videos I've already uploaded because, like I said, I lost track, but just bear with me. It's a problem when you record every single one of your rides and every time you work on your bike and other random stuff, you get a backlog of a ton of video footage, digital footage, digital imprint footage. Really want to get off the seat, man. My legs hurt. I thought I was gonna have to be stuck at this light for a while, but there's a left turner right here. The light should change pretty quick. I think I'm still gonna hop off the seat though. I might need a break. Oh my god, yeah, I totally needed a break. Yeah, I'm gonna go home. I'm sore. My knees hurt too, so my usual tailbone pains bugging me. My knees are hurting, so I'm going home. Bimbo, or is it Bimbo? Fix that now. Oh shit! I just whiskey throttled myself. I just freaking thumbed my thumb throttle by accident. I've done that before. I'm pretty sure I'll do it again. I did not get a good seat. I'm all bunched up in an odd way on the sheet right now. My shorts got all crooked. Yeah, my food is starting to settle too, so I'm getting kind of uncomfortable. There's a tiny rubber mallet in the middle of the road. That's weird. I'm going to do my U-turn over here. I don't feel like just cutting across the street right now. I'm going to do it semi-legitimately, which is completely not the right thing to say in this instance, but whatever. So, it's be about 10.5 miles. That's fine. I'm happy with that. Actually, it'll be almost 11. It's at 10.8 right now. It might be 11 by the time I get home. Yeah, it should be 11 miles by the time I get home. So I apologize way after time if my video depresses you or gets you really worried or freaked out. Because I don't apologize actually, because it should be getting you worried and freaked out. I know I sound like I'm being a bit melodramatic, but trust me, I'm not. I just tried to talk too much without breathing and just made myself really dizzy, and the world started going black on me. That was not a comfortable feeling to have on a bike. Yeah, I'm at 11 miles exactly. Sweet. Okay. All right. So tomorrow I need to work on my brakes. I need to adjust them right. Oh man. Whoa, man. As to my subscribers, I think I'm getting subscriber trolls that are subscribing to my channel just to troll me, but then when I answer them, when they troll me and I outwit their stupidity, they unsubscribe because they realize I'm not going to be any fun to make fun of because I'm going to make fun of them even worse. So, food for thought. If you're thinking about trolling me or making fun of me, just realize I'm 47 years old and I have a lot of life experience and I'm well read. The English language is my strong subject, so I'm also well worded, and my comebacks can be kind of brutal when people mess with me verbally. So, verbally or textually, I'm just letting you know ahead of time. However, if a war of words is your thing, then feel free to comment. And we'll go back forth for a while. Things that are off limits are like family members. I don't have very many friends, so that's not going to do any good for you. Basically, just don't talk about my family. You can talk about me, my shitty riding skills, my crappy e-bike. Just don't talk about my family. That's not cool. Otherwise, everything else is pretty much on the table. So So, okay. Yeah. Wow, that was a fun ride. That was all me jibber jabbering away, or whatever the word is. You gotta be careful what I say. I'm old. I might say something racist without meaning to. Because when I was growing up, it wasn't considered racist. Even though it was. It's hard to explain. It's like sayings you grow up with and you don't realize the severity of said sayings until you get older and you have a search engine and you realize, oh wow, that actually was really bad to say. And you regret a lot of the things you parroted from the adults around you when you were a child, because you were saying a lot of really horrible things, not realizing they were really horrible things because you were just repeating what people around you were saying. So, retrospective apology to all the people I may have insulted over the years. Was not unintentional, I just did not know because I was a child. And over the years, I mean like from age, like when I could speak to about maybe 10 or 12, from that time on, you're pretty much responsible for what you say and what you do. Unless you have a disability in the old brainola, then you do have a bit of a reason as to why you may not be saying the appropriate things. But otherwise, you know what you said and you know what you did and should own up to it. That's my life lesson for the day. Anyways, I did an intro. I feel obligated to do an outro, so remember, it would be super duper awesome if you could like, subscribe, comment, share. Subscribers, thanks for hanging in there. New subscribers, welcome to the channel. Random viewers, consider subscribing. I've got over 3,500 videos uploaded to YouTube for your viewing pleasure. And with that, remember to have a wonderful whatever, wherever you are. I will see you all in my next e-bike video. Okay, bye.